clips onto the wire. Wire runs through here and pushes this spring down, which will then tell you this one's a Waratah one, so it tells you each of their branded wires of what they call each thing, of what the strain should be of each wire. If you overstrain wire, come to summer, you've got a nice straight fence, it gets to summer and it sags. You get to winter and it's tight again. If in the middle of the summer and you've got this saggy fence and you go and strain it up again to take all the slack out of it, you get to winter and it's really, really tight again. Your end strainers start pulling in, etc., or your wire can actually snap. You don't want your wire to hum. Some people say strain it up until it makes a twang. You do that, it takes all the tensile out of the wire, and basically it's not much chop after that.
With wallaby fencing, there's the consideration of the challenge of keeping that fence connected to the ground. If you get carried away with your straining, that might make it more difficult to get it to connect to the ground through humps and hollows. Yep. So depending on how level your ground is, it might vary your attitude to your strain too.
And sometimes, especially if you're going through a bit of a gully, it can be very difficult to get the tension right, because you'll find you'll start straining up, and if you've got a bit of gully, say here between that grey car, your wire in the middle might be this far off the ground, but you can pull it up so it's tight between that post and that post, but you've then got to remember you've got to be able to pull it down to the ground. So sometimes it's a matter of pulling it, releasing it a bit, pulling it up again, just working out to get it right. Yep.
Just tell me, when you have that problem, what happened with the
going the opposite?
Yes.
Sometimes.
Or what? Sorry.
Yep. Sometimes with mesh like this.
Yep. Yep.
It's actually best, depending on how you want to go around it, you can actually cut it and extend the top ones, and shorten your bottom ones. Some people I've seen, they'll actually, it's a bit lazy, but they'll actually fold over the top if they need to make it shorter that way. Yeah, but it is a lot better and neater to cut it and join it. And so these ones might be this far apart, and these ones, your verticals might be here. They end up basically with a V in your vertical wires. Straining up this stuff, you can go wire by wire using strainers or gripples. When you're pulling up a lot of it, it's a lot easier to use these. They come in various designs and manufacturers. They all pretty much work the same. Some have a handle on top that you do the bolts up with. So basically this one just goes, you line it up through there, sit it over the top, and then bang your wedges in the top, which locks the wire in between. And then you hook your strainer up there and pull it. You can use a vehicle, you can use a tractor. Don't overstrain it, and always be careful. If you're pulling up with a vehicle or a tractor and you're using a chain, make sure there's something to stop it coming back if anything snaps. And don't pull it too tight. You just need to pull it up a little bit, not too much. Don't put it in four-wheel drive low and keep driving until all four wheels are spinning. So, either that, or as I said, you can use strainers, or I use a chain block, which is easy. You can hook one end on there, one end onto your post or vehicle or a tree, whatever's nearby. Gateway, you can go to the other side of the gate and just hook it up, and they just work like a ratchet system. Pull the wire through. So they work nicely for it. Or I use a lot, I actually use the winch on the front of my ute sometimes as well.